superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't always meet in an underground fortress. Sometimes they meet in places that appear to be very ordinary to most people. But inside, there are heroes in training. Some are smart, strong, or brave. Maybe they can build cities, or heal people when they get hurt. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. With your support, we can change the world. Together, we are a force that can't be defeated. Support the club. Save the world. Support your local superheroes and donate now to the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville at bgcni.org.
What is community? For us, it's about shared values, strong bonds, and being there for each other. At Community Health Network, that starts with making access to healthcare easier, creating a sense of belonging so you feel heard, respected, and supported. No matter when, where, or how you need us. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Blades Audio Video Security is Indiana's premier K-12 audio, video, and security provider. Blades is a design-built firm that provides high-quality solutions that are designed, engineered, installed, and warranted by our team of experts. For 18 years, we've helped schools and local businesses see and hear more clearly. Whether it's your sound system, your displays, your network, or your building security, ask how our experienced team can serve you.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
It's a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry-out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
This is where champions play. This is where youth champions play. This is where collegiate champions play. This is where Olympic and pro champions play. This is where all champions play. In Hamilton County, Indiana.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore. It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dunker Field for tonight's broadcast of IHSAA High School Baseball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 30 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Community Health Network, visit HamiltonCounty.com, Hamilton County Sports Authority, Blades, Audio, Video, and Security, Sarah Cleverly of FC Tucker Real Estate, Noblesville Youth Sports Alliance, Noble PC, and the Hamilton County Reporter. Welcome to Dunker Field. I'm Brad Silbert, along with my partner Perry Williams. And Perry, a little chilly compared to what it was last week, but we're going to have a ball game here in a few minutes.
Yeah, but the wind's not blowing.
This is true. This is true. We saw so many games all over the state of Indiana that turned out to be slugfests last week with multiple homers. That softball game we did last week, I saw that they set a home run record in that game, 7 home runs, and it seemed like all over the place. Lots of high-scoring games. But it's a different week, a different team, and tonight the Millers welcome the Rossville Hornets in for a game. This is their 7th or 8th meeting between these two teams. Yeah. And Rossville being a 1A team, of course, the Millers being a 4A team. That makes for an interesting matchup, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's a good experience for both teams, and these week games, especially on Monday and Tuesdays, are opportunities for coaches to throw other players in the game that normally wouldn't get the opportunity to do that. So.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying there. Like you said, it gives a lot of different players options to play and gives the coaches chances to maybe rest some of the regular players in that. Let's talk a little bit about the Millers here. They come into this game tonight. I think they're at 6-5 now, aren't they?
Yes. They're 6-5 and 3-1 in the conference. The umpires are starting to come out here to meet with the coaches, so it'll be a few minutes before we start the action. Let's talk a little bit, even though we're playing Rossville, which is a non-conference game, but let's talk a little bit about conference baseball, because in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, all these are very, very important numbers. So right now, Hamilton Southeastern is leading the conference. They're 4-0 in the conference, and they're 9-2 for the season. Westfield 3-1, and they're 5-4-1, is in second place, and they're also tied with the Noblesville Millers, which the Millers are 3-1 and 6-5 on the season. Fishers is 2-2 and 5-6 on the season. Zionsville 1-3 in the conference, 7-5 in the regular season. Franklin Central 1-3 and 5-5 on the season. Avon 1-3 and they're 3-5-1 on the season. And Brownsburg is 1-3 and they're 2-4 on the season. So that's kind of a breakdown of where we are in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. Of course, the Millers will be back home here after this game tonight, and they go to Franklin Central on Thursday night. And of course, Friday night they come back here, and we'll be broadcasting that game on Friday night here at the Dunk.
You know, Perry, one of the biggest surprises, I think, in the conference so far is the Zionsville Eagles. Preseason, they were highly favored, and in fact, they were in the HCC. If you look at the polls and stuff, they were ranked above everybody else in the HCC, but they've gotten off to a rough start.
Yeah, and they were up there. They were up there in the statewide with the Center Groves and the Crown Points too, in the standings. So, you know, a lot of things that have changed. You know, the one thing that I noticed, if you take a look at, the state rankings, it's really kind of amazing that, we got Center Grove, which is just south of Indianapolis, okay? Then you got Crown Point out of the north. You got Penn out of the north. Then you switch to Evansville North, which is in the south, and Bloomington South, which is in the south. Same way with Floyd Central, and then back up to Homestead. And right now, probably one of the biggest surprises is in the preseason, Hamilton Southeastern was, probably in the top 20, but not ranked real high in the conference. But now, so let's, now that we got time, let's turn it over to Craig Atkins, the voice of the Millers.
Third of the DH, 28, Evan McDonald. He's heading to the third base, number 7, A.J. Kaplinger. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 2, Jack Wainscott. Batting fifth, playing second, number 0, Andrew Woolen. Hitting sixth, playing first, number 17, Levi Arnell. Batting seventh, the right field, number 10, A.J. Kelly. Hitting eighth and pitching, number 5, Eli Barnes. And batting ninth for the Hornets is the left fielder, 13, Caden Skinner. Head coach for Rossville is Brad Scott. To the center of the field, Noblesville. Taking off the center field, number 4, Ethan Clark. Batting second to play shortstop, 15, Aiden Reynolds. Hitting third, playing second, number 1, Matt Leonard. Batting fourth to the eighth, number 16, Christian Penalosa. Batting fifth and playing first, number 17, Brooks Riggs. And sixth and catching, number 7, Garrett Dixon. Hitting seventh, playing third, number 8, Chris Marks. And the eighth and right field, number 27, Slade Hodges. Hitting ninth, in left field, number 9, Ryan Roots. And on the mound, shooting for the Millers, number 11, Brooks Hughes. Head coach of the Millers in his 22nd year as assistant tutor. He was assisted by Kevin Fitzgerald, Scott Hanson, Kurt Miller, and Axel Duran. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please remain standing if you're able to? Kindly remove your hats and direct your attention to the stars and stripes of our great country, the United States of America, as we pay tribute to those who have fought for our freedom, to those who currently protect it, and to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice with our national anthem.
Well, Perry, we are just about ready for baseball here at Dunker Field against the Millers and the Rossville Hornets. And as you were alluding to a little bit earlier, we have a 1A matchup versus a 4A matchup. But, you look at the type of competition that these two teams play. And, of course, the Millers being a 4A team, they're consistently playing a little higher level of competition, but nothing against Rossville. They're rated number 6 in the most recent polls.
Absolutely, and this will be a good experience for both teams on this here today.
On the mound for the Millers will be Brooks Muse. What have we got on Brooks, Perry?
Brooks has actually pitched 8 innings this season, mostly in relief. He's given up 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He's faced 28 batters, so he's an experienced player. He's a senior, and so Brooks will be out here on the mound for the Millers. And, of course, Garrett Dixon is behind the plate for the Millers, a young junior, and has come a long way since last season as he started for the Millers as a sophomore. He definitely has taken a leadership role behind that plate for the Millers.
And we all know how important that catcher role is, and especially in this day and age when so many of these teams are trying to, once they get a batter on, I think we've seen a lot more stolen base attempts this year than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, and actually Garrett's done a great job throwing down to second, as you just saw that pitch right there.
Yeah.
Of him throwing down to second. He's got a good arm and good accuracy.
No doubt about it. Defensively for the Millers, left to right, it'll be Ryan Roos, Ethan Clark, Slade Hodges. We'll get to the rest of that here in just a moment as center fielder Ashton Abbott steps up to the plate.
Abbott's batting .250 on the season. He's has 16 bats and 4 hits.
First pitch is fouled back. That one's a little low and outside. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike.
2-1 on the count right now.
Abbott is a senior. Playing in center field tonight. Bouncer foul just beyond the Miller dugout.
You got Chris Martz at third base, and you got Aiden Reynolds at shortstop, Zach Glander at second, and Brooks Riggs at first base for the Millers. And like we said, we've already introduced Brooks Muse on the mound and Garrett Dixon behind the plate.
That one's bounced just fair. Picked up by Martz over to first. Manages to beat it out there. That one was hit to deep third base. And
yeah, and he had the backhand, so you know it was a
tough
throw.
play. They do score that as an infield hit. Britt steps in, batting .571. First pitch is called strike. See how conservative the Hornets go here. Throw over to first.
Well, Justin Keever's pitchers are not afraid to throw to first base.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I'm sure they've done some scouting on the Miller catcher. There's a drive into the gap in right center or left center field. That's going to put runners at second and third with no outs, as the first two batters have reached on hits. Credit Britt with a two-base hit. Ashton Abbott takes third on the play. So no outs, and the Hornets have already got two runners in scoring position. That'll bring up their designated hitter, Evan McDonald. McDonald steps up to the plate, batting .462. Pitch to McDonald. A little bit outside. The 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle for called strike one.
But you know, Brad, we were talking about this as playing this game here on Monday. Muse didn't have any work last week, so this is a good opportunity for him to get in here and at least throw a couple, 3 innings and get his arm going again.
There's a bouncer to short. Throw over to first. That gets beyond the first baseman. That bounced in.
2 runs will score.
And the Hornets are going to score 2 runs. That's going to be an error on the third baseman, giving McDonald first base. He gets second, but he'll also get 2 RBIs on that play.
I think the error was on the shortstop.
Yeah,
right?
correct. I stand corrected. Yeah, that's an E6.
On Reynolds.
So the Hornets strike early here. Nobody out.
Millers are bringing in the corners. Martz looks him back, gets it.
Nice
play by Chris Martz there. Chris looked him back, the guy at second, and then threw to first for the out. So that's 1 out.
1 down, still 1 runner in scoring position. Evan McDonald out there on second base. Batter is Andrew Wolin. Big swing and a miss, yeah. As a team, the Hornets bat .336. That's very respectable. Good batting average. 1 down, 2 in, 1 on second. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Good, 2 nice pitches from Mutes here. he's kind of settled down a little bit. But, you know, he's throwing 13 pitches, 10 for strikes, so you can't. He's been around the plate.
The 0-2 pitch driven high and deep. A little bit of miscommunication there between the center fielder Clark and the right fielder Roos.
Seeing that one thing right there, Jalen Stidham's usually in that position out there where Roos is. So that communication is very, very important out there.
Going to charge
tough break
this,
for
the
Muse.
second error of the inning. Already 2 runs and 2 hits. Runners now on second and third. 1 down. This is Levi Darnell, 267 batter.
They give that an error to Roos out there in left field.
I think we had a little bit of miscommunication between the two of them is what the whole
most
problem
definitely,
came
most
down
definitely. Just like I said, because Stidham's not here tonight, so.
That one's outside, evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Runners on second and third here. This is a big out for Muse here. A bunt, foul.
Yes. You just don't see the bunt that often anymore.
No, you certainly don't.
Of course, it's probably, in my opinion, one of the most difficult plays to make in baseball.
That's why I always like softball, because, you know, those girls bat left-handed and slap hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you another opportunity there to kind of bunt the ball, really.
1-2 on first baseman Levi Darnell. That one's fouled back into the JV field. Still 1-2. 2 runs in already.
On 2 errors. We've
yeah.
got 2 errors here. The Millers
2 hits
have.
so far also for the Hornets.
Hornets have come out swinging the bat, though.
They
you can't
certainly
say
have
that.
been, yeah. That's going to
Foul
be
ball.
called a foul ball. We've been at 1-2 for about 3 pitches now. Darnell steps back into the box. That one's outside. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller infield playing at normal depth. Darnell calls timeout. Two-two pitch on the way. Foul ball again. Just barely got a piece of that one. Darnell's had a pretty good at bat there, fending off the pitches. Two-two pitch. That runs it full.
Big pitch right here. 1 out. Millers are down 2-0 with runners on second and third.
Pitch to the senior. There's a shot over to second.
Got the out.
Got
Run
the
scored.
out, but they did score 1 run.
So 2 outs.
Evan McDonald scores the 3rd run. And on the play, Andrew Woolen advances to third base. Ball wasn't hit very hard. And that was kind of a difficult play for the second baseman Glander to make, but he did make the play.
And it almost took a bad bounce, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it broke away from him a little bit. Good play by Glander there.
2 down. First pitch to the right fielder, A.J. Kelly, is a called strike. Andrew Willen on third. 3 runs in already here in the top of the first. That one gets away.
Good job there by Dixon to keep that ball kind of in front of him and not get away from him.
Woolen took off when that ball got away, but he got about 20 feet down the line and put the brakes on and went back. Probably a wise move on his part. 1-1 on A.J. Kelly. The 1-1 pitch. That's inside. 2-1. Kelly, another senior on this Hornet team. There's a strike over the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Muse would like to end it right here. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Good pitch by Muse.
So in the top of the first for the Hornets, there was 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on the bases. In the middle of the first, Hornets 3, Millers coming to bat. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to the Dunk. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. And Perry, a rough start for the Millers there in the top of the first. But let's see what they can do here in the bottom. For the Hornets, defensively, it's going to be Caden Skinner in left, Ashton Abbott in center, A.J. Kelly in right. Third to first for the Hornets, A.J. Kaplinger at third, Zach Wainscott at short, Andrew Woolen at second base, and Levi Darnell at first. The battery is Eli Barnes. He's the pitcher. Nolan Britt is the catcher. What can you tell us about Barnes?
I don't have anything on Barnes. By them only playing seven games, I don't see anything that.
No, I do not either. Nope, no information on him. Apparently he hasn't pitched yet.
That's Noblesville.
Well, that's why there isn't in there.
Let's see. He's up. Barnes has pitched 14 innings, giving up 9 hits, 6 runs, struck out 18, and pitched to 54 batters. He has a 1.47 ERA. This is his 4th appearance. Sorry about that. For some reason, it didn't print off on mine.
Not a problem. Ethan Clark steps up to the plate for the Millers, takes the first pitch for ball 1, looks at the second pitch, evens up the count at a ball and a strike.
Clark is batting 172 for the Millers. He's batted 29 times and got 5 hits.
That one bounces in, makes it 2-1. Aiden Reynolds will be on deck. Two-one pitch. Hits the outside corner, evens it up at 2 in each.
Strike 3.
Strike 3 is called. Just barely hit that outside corner. Aiden Reynolds steps up to the plate.
Reynolds, the leading hitter for the Millers. He's batting .394. He has 33 at-bats and 13 hits. He leads the Millers in hits.
What a senior season this young man is having.
What a career he's had with
Yeah.
the Millers, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
First pitch is a strike, because he's averaging for his 4 year, the first 3 years, 333.
Wow.
So he started the entire time for the Millers. Ball inside
Yep,
for
that
Reynolds.
from Barnes is a little bit inside, a little bit high. Evens it up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That one hits the lower outside corner, makes it 1-2. Not much wind out here tonight.
No, not at all. The flag's not even moving.
That one's high, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Works it to a full count.
Ball 4.
So
Back to
Reynolds
the
will take
string.
a base. I'll bring up Zach Glander. Glander batting .258. First pitch to Glander is high and outside. Reynolds does have 5 stolen bases this season. Let's see if he's going. 1-0 pitch. There goes Glander. Throw down. He's in there in time. So stolen base number 6 for Aiden Reynolds. 2-0 on the batter, Glander. Reynolds in scoring position at second, 1 down. That makes it 3-0. Ball 4, walks him on 4 pitches.
Yeah, he sure did.
So the Millers have got runners on first and second. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Christian Penaloza.
Penaloza has played really well this season. He's batting
278 to be
278.
Played so far in 7 games.
Yeah, the last 3 games he's become a regular for the DH
Yeah.
spot. So ball outside.
That's 5 in a row that Barnes has missed on. Struck out Clark leading off the bottom of the first and hasn't been able to hit the plate much since. That's well hit. High in the air. Second baseman is right there. Infield fly rule was called.
That's a tough catch over there on
Yeah.
that side with that sun.
It was hard to tell when that ball left the bat exactly how far it was going to go.
Brooks Riggs, the next batter, the first baseman for the Millers. He's batting .329. He's playing first base. Good hitter.
Millers would like to get 1 or 2 of these runs back that they gave up in the first. First pitch to Riggs is outside for ball 1.
Riggs has hit a homer this season and has 1 double and 1 home run in 8 of the hits he has. So he does have power.
That's popped up over to the right side. First baseman Darnell is chasing it. Will he have a play on it?
Sure
He
does.
does, and he makes the play. So in the bottom of the first for the Millers, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on the bases at the end of 1. It's Rossville 3, Millers nothing. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. And we do have an early pitching change here, Perry.
What's the number there?
25.
Well, that's Hostetler. Red Hostetler is pitching for the Millers. Hostetler's pitched 1.1 innings. He's a sophomore for the Millers, coming in here and throwing. He's faced 5 batters. So will you see what the young sophomore can do here? He's been throwing on one of the JV teams.
So Brooks Muse does officially get 1 inning.
And now on the mound is Red Hostetler. Second throw down to second by Dixon. It was right on the money.
First up for Rossville here, top of the second inning, the pitcher number 5, Eli Barnes.
Eli Barnes, the pitcher, is the batter of record here first up. He's the 8th batter.
Barnes a .333 hitter.
Like you said, this is a very good hitting team.
Big swing and a miss for strike 1.
Foul ball.
Strike 2 in the foul ball.
That pitch was about 85 mile an hour.
There's a high fly ball,
Hodges.
Short right field. Hodges is there. He's got it. He's done a great job out there in right field.
Yeah, and he's a young sophomore. This is his first year up here. You know, Hodges is a sophomore. Of course, Zach started after about 3 or 4 games last season as a freshman. He's a sophomore, and Hostetler on the mound's a sophomore, and Clark's a sophomore, and so the Millers are pretty young there. In fact, 2 of the outfielders are sophomores.
Caden Skinner swings and misses at the first pitch. He's the number 9 batter for the Hornets tonight. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Back to the top of the order next.
Nice
Swing and a
pitch
miss.
right there.
Ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 is fouled back. Wind is almost totally non-existent here this evening compared to what we've had the last week or two.
Absolutely.
Humidity is low. 1-2 pitch to Skinner.
Strike three, got him looking.
That's the second out of the inning. Now we'll go back to the top of the order.
And Mr. Ostetler's first strikeout. So
Ashton Abbott steps up for his second at bat of the game. Got a base hit. Hostetler's been hitting the plate pretty regularly.
Sure has right now.
Two are down here in the top of the second. That one's a little low.
Nice play over there.
Good job there by Brooks Riggs to get that ball back to Hostetler. And the
Miller's 3 up and 3 down here.
The Hornets go 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Middle of the second still. Hornets 3, Millers nothing. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
A little bit different outcome here in the top of the second here, Perry. The Millers took the Hornets down 3 up, 3 down compared to the first, where they sent 7 batters to the plate and collected 3 runs.
Certainly has. Barnes back, Eli Barnes back on the mound for Rossville. First inning he threw 19 pitches, 7 were for strikes. He faced 5 batters. Left 2 on the base, but let's see what the Miller can do now as Garrett Dixon comes to the plate.
6, 7, and 8 batters in Justin Keever's order. Dixon comes in with a .208 batting average.
He's got 5 hits on the season, 1 double.
First pitch to the catcher. Ball 1.
Millers have yet to get a hit here. Rossville has 2. 2-0.
Of course, the Millers gave the Hornets a break, committing 2 errors there in the first inning also.
Yeah.
The 2-0. A little bit low, ball 3. Chris Martz on deck.
This is basically how he started out the first inning.
Mm-hmm. Got the called strike. Dixon was standing up there taking all the way.
You almost have to this early in the game, and you had 3 balls in a row. All 4.
Inside.
There'll be a courtesy runner for us, for Noblesville here. Blake Riggs is coming in to run as a courtesy runner for the catcher, Garrett Dixon. Chris Martz, the hitter, the third baseman.
Martz with the identical batting average of Dixon at 208.
Yeah.
Senior takes the first pitch for strike one. Bouncer foul.
Makes it 0-2.
Yep, in the hole.
Brad, you can't even tell there's a flag out there on that flagpole.
I just thought the same thing.
There he goes.
Takes off. He's going to be in there.
Stolen base by
Blake Riggs. So the Millers have got a runner in scoring position, a 1-2 count on Chris Martz.
Just checking to see here. That's Riggs' 5th stolen base of the season.
Martz is up there at 2-2. Well hit to left center field. Skinner is there. He's got it. I thought maybe that might have a chance to get in there between the left fielder and center fielder, but
good play out there by
Caden Skinner got over there and got that ball. One down here in the bottom of the second. Right fielder Slade.
Hodges batting 188 for the season, 32 at bats, and has 6 hits. 1 triple this season. He's got wheels and he can hit the ball down that line. A ball hit around that right field line could score Riggs.
With a left-handed batter in there, I'd be surprised to see Riggs take off and try to steal here. That one's fouled just about straight back.
Yeah, back to the screen. 1-1. 1 out here.
Eli Barnes gets his sign from Nolan Britt. Big swing and a miss makes it 1-2 on Hodges. Barnes managed to work his way out of a jam in the first inning. Trying to do it again here in the second. Looks back to second, but nobody there covering. Blake Riggs, the courtesy runner, on second. That one's way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Blake Riggs on second. That one's high, worked it to a full count. Full count pitch. That one's high. The Millers got 2 runners on. That'll bring up the number 9 batter, left fielder Ryan Roos.
Roos says he has batted 1 time this season. He's a senior.
Got a chance to get the books, get some stats here.
Double steal here.
Yep. Throw over to third, not in time. Not well executed double steal there by the Millers to put 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch was called a ball. one's fouled off by Roos. The other advantage that gives the Millers, it takes them out of the force play at any of the bases.
It certainly does. Hodges has got wheels too, so with a little base hit, he could score.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good lead out there at second.
Yes, he does. He's a third of the way down there already. 1-2 now on Ryan Roos. Ethan Clark in the on-deck circle.
That's back to the top of the order.
Yep. The 1-2 evens it up at 2-2. I think he was trying to get that slider to catch that outside corner of the plate, but it just went a little bit too far to the right. 2-2, well hit ball. Looks like there's going to be a play on it. And on the play, that'll be a sacrifice fly for Roos.
Riggs scores.
So Riggs scores the first run for the Millers.
You know, we've talked about this before, Brad. That one thing about it, left fielder out there made the catch, but the problem was he didn't hit the cutoff, and the shortstop had to chase the ball down, which you got to hit that cutoff man. Those are just basic things that can really hurt you in a tight ball game.
Ethan Clark to the plate for his second time at bat. He struck out looking in the first inning. You know, the other thing that's interesting about this game tonight, Perry, is the balls that have been hit out to the outfield so far, they haven't carried.
Yeah.
But we don't have the wind like we've been accustomed to in the last couple of weeks.
That flag's not moving at all.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going to be hit a lot farther than it did, but without that strong wind to help it along, it didn't go as near as far as what I thought it would go. A 1-1 count now on Ethan Clark.
Hodges getting a good lead down there. Wow.
2-1. Hodges does have 3 stolen bases so far this season. Works it to 3-1. Kind of doubt in this situation that they would have Hodges running. Don't take the bat out of the hands of Ethan Clark.
Yeah, your leadoff hitter. You don't want to do that.
That one's going to be fouled out of play just behind the first base dugout. So the Millers have scored 1 here in the bottom of the second, done it without any hits, 2 walks, and a sacrifice fly. Stolen double steal made the difference.
He's certainly getting a good lead down there, though.
Mm-hmm. That one's going to go foul again. So it goes a little farther down the right field side. Count remains 3-2, 2 down. Clark fouls another one back. Another 3-2 pitch ready to come from the hand of Eli Barnes. That's ball 4. Good patient at bat for Ethan Clark as he reaches on the walk. That'll bring up Aiden Reynolds. He walked in the first, stole second. This is just the guy you want to have at the plate right now, Perry, as the coaching staff for the Hornets comes on out to have a chat.
it's the guy you wanted to have at the plate if you're the Noblesville Millers.
Yes.
If you're Rossville, that is not the man you want to be at the
You're
plate.
absolutely right.
I'll tell you, in the game last week, that home run that Reynolds hit over the right field fence there, I thought it was going to stay in the ballpark, and it just floated right over that right field for a home run the other night.
Millers with 1 run in so far here in the bottom of the third. There's 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Slade Hodges is at second. Ethan Clark at first.
And Reynolds, with 13 hits this season, he has had 3 doubles and 2 home runs.
Well, any kind of a base hit out of the infield probably will score at least 1 run.
Especially the lead Hodges is getting.
Yeah. Strike 1 on Aiden Reynolds.
Reynolds in this situation, with that being the first strike, he's got a tremendous eye at the plate. He's not going to go for any pitch he doesn't think he can put somewhere like that.
Well hit, but that's going to go foul.
Yeah. He definitely got around on that one.
Straighten that out, and that would have scored at least 1.
You know, in the game behind us here, a JV game, the Noblesville Junior Varsity Black is leading Guerin Catholic JV Gold 5-3.
0-2 on Aiden Reynolds.
That's a final. I'm sorry. That's a final. So that's right. That started at 5:30.
Eli Barnes wasted a pitch there trying to see if Aiden Reynolds would nibble on it, but he did not.
No.
1-2 pitch to Reynolds. Popped up. Shortstop Wayne Scott calls for it. He's got it. Whoa. Without wind, that ball floated just a little bit. So in the bottom of the second for the Millers, there was 1 run, no hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases at the end of 2. Rossville 3, Millers 1. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to the Mill. Millers make up 1 of the runs there in the bottom of the second. Held the Hornets scoreless in the top of the second. See what they can do here in the top of the third. Not really that warm out there, but fortunately for the fans, there isn't much wind tonight. If we had the wind like we had last week, there'd be a lot of people bundled up, including you and me.
Yeah. Red Hostetler back on the mound for the Millers, a young sophomore. That first inning, he threw 11 pitches, Brad, and 9 were for strikes. He faced 3 batters, 3 up, 3 down. So let's see what he can do here in his second inning pitched.
Nolan Britt, the first batter for the Hornets, takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Britt, the leading batter for the Hornets at .571. Two and 0. Hostetler being very careful with Britt. That was a little bit inside.
3-0.
Hostetler in danger of putting Britt on the bases here. That's a strike right down the middle of the plate.
Nice pitch right there.
Yeah. Nice fastball. Hostetler ready to deliver the 3-1 pitch. That one's high. So for the second time in this game, Nolan Britt reaches base. He's walked twice so far in this game. Evan McDonald, who reached on an error. Big swing and a miss by McDonald for strike one. McDonald batting in the place of A.J. Kaplinger, the third baseman. The 0-1, another swing and a miss.
Good job by Hostetler walking that batter, and the young sophomore coming back here, throwing 2 strikes in a row here.
Strikeout here would be just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. Fly ball out of play.
Way off to the right.
Time called.
0-2 the count on Evan McDonald, designated hitter. One runner on first. No outs here in the top of the third.
Got
Swing and
a
a miss.
nice pitch there.
Took a little bit off of that and fooled him.
Sure did.
One down. Zach Wainscott grounded to third his first time up.
Pitch for a strike.
Yeah, nice pitch. First 3 batters for the Hornets in the first inning all reached. And a hit, a walk, and an error, and all 3 of those scored. That's how we got this, how they got 3 runs. Miller's got one of those back in the bottom of the second. That's high. Makes it a ball and a strike. One pitch. That one almost gets away.
Good block by Garrett Dixon there.
Yes, he did a good job. Fly ball in foul territory. Riggs going after it.
He's got it.
He's got it. 2 are down. I'll bring up Andrew Woolen. He reached on an error in the first inning. Two down, 1 on. Right at shortstop Aiden Reynolds. And that will end the top of the third for the Hornets. So in the top of the third for the Hornets, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on the bases in the middle of the third. Score remains Rossville 3, Noblesville 1. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. And Perry, the Millers have managed to get one of those runs back, and offensively and defensively, they've settled down nicely here in the second and third inning.
Yeah, Hostetler's done a nice job on the mound those last 2 innings.
Gave up a leadoff walk in the top of the third and got the next 3. So for the Millers coming up here in the third,
that's right, the catcher was on base. They didn't do a courtesy runner.
Mm-hmm. For the Millers, it'll be Zach Glander, Christian Penaloza, and Brooks Riggs coming up here to face Eli Barnes. Barnes has thrown 52 pitches so far in this game. Glander steps up to the plate. He's walked in the first.
I could smell that popcorn popping,
Oh,
man
yeah.
alive.
It smells good tonight.
Nothing's better than popcorn popping at our old baseball game.
First pitch to Glander is a called strike 1. The 0-1. One's a little inside, gets away from the catcher, Britt. So the count is even up at a ball and a strike. That one hits the outside corner, 1-2. The 1-2 to Glander. Fouls it back, stays
Keeps
alive.
him alive.
Another 1-2 pitch coming to Glander.
Got
Swing
it.
and a
Nice
miss.
pitch. Good pitch right there. 1 out. Christian Penaloza, the next batter.
Second strikeout of the game for Eli Barnes. Penaloza popped up to the second baseman, Andrew Woolen, for the second out in the first inning.
Miller still with no hits, Brad.
Scored the run on a sacrifice fly. Collected 3 walks there in the second inning when they scored that run. Helped out by stolen bases also. 1-1 to Penaloza.
Strike two.
Now 1-2. Little bit outside. Evens up the count. Two pitch to Penaloza.
Got
Swing and a
him.
miss. Second strikeout swinging in a row.
Barnes seems to be getting in a groove right now.
Yeah.
Brooks Riggs, the next batter for the Millers.
Flew out in the first. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. That one's way outside, evens it up at a ball and a strike. It's 1-1. Little bit low. 2-1. Riggs can reach. That'll bring up Garrett Dixon. The 2-1. A little bit outside, 3-1. Big swing and a miss, makes it a full count. He was going for the highway on that one.
Yeah, he was.
Full count pitch. Swing and a miss.
What an inning by Barnes, man. He
3 strikeouts, 3 swinging strikeouts. So in the bottom of the third for the Millers, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. At the end of 3, the score remains Hornets 3, Millers 1. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Well, we're back here at the Duncan after 3 complete innings. Rossville 3, Noblesville 1. Pitching change for the Millers as coming in for the Millers is Brooks Riggs. Riggs has pitched 5 innings, struck out 6, has not given up a hit, and faced 16 batters on the season. Now at first base, because he's moving from first, is Blake Riggs. So Blake Riggs is at first base, and Brooks is now on the mound for the Millers.
Getting all confused here. So we are through 3. Miller's still down by 2. Thank you for joining us tonight on Hamilton County Television Sports. Brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville, wherever you may be watching tonight. Great to have you with us tonight.
Let's see what Mr. Riggs can do for the Millers. Rhett Ostetler did a nice job pitching the young sophomore. Kiever wants to see some different pitchers there.
Levi Darnell steps up to the plate for his second at bat.
A bunt up in the air.
Bunt goes, almost out of the stadium. Darnell grounded out to second in the first inning. Oh, 1 pitch.
Nice pitch right there.
Beautiful pitch.
Nice breaking ball there.
Little bit outside. Couldn't get him to nibble at that. We're in the top of the fourth.
1-2.
Sun really a factor now on the right side of the field.
Got him.
Swing and a miss. I show that as the 4th strikeout for Miller pitchers. A.J. Kelly at the plate. He struck out in the first inning. That one's going to fall in there right in front of Ethan Clark for a base hit. Pitcher Eli Barnes steps up to the plate. He flew out to right field in the second inning.
That's the first hit Riggs has given up this season in the 6 innings he's pitched.
Third hit of the game for the Hornets.
The Millers still have a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Throw over to first.
Riggs to Riggs.
Kelly is back in time. The 0-1 pitch, back to first again. Kelly does have 2 stolen bases on the season. As a team, the Hornets have stolen 9. The 0-1, that's fouled back.
0-2.
So Barnes is in the hole at 0-2.
Time called.
Riggs steps off the rubber. Barnes steps out of the box. Looks like both of them are ready again. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Nice breaking ball right there.
Second strikeout of the inning. That'll bring up left fielder Caden Skinner. Struck out looking in the second. 2 down here, top of the fourth. Popped up. Who's going to call this? Shortstop, Aiden Reynolds takes it with a 3rd out. So in the top of the fourth for the Hornets, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on the bases, middle of the fourth. Score remains Hornets 3, Millers 1. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, where Logan Street signs and banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. Sun beginning to set out in the west. Right field's probably a little bit dicey right now for fly balls.
Yeah, it probably is. It's looking right at you. Well, let's see what Eli Barnes can do this inning. He struck out 3 in a row last inning. He probably looked the best he has the entire game in that third inning.
He will face Garrett Dixon, Chris Martz, and Slade Hodges. Dixon walked and scored the only run so far for the Millers. Well, he didn't score it, but Blake Riggs scored as a courtesy runner. '69th pitch for Barnes is a ball. 1-0. That's popped up. Will there be a play on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Second baseman Wolin goes after it. He makes the play. One down here in the bottom of the fourth. Chris Martz at bat for his second time this game. He lined out to the left fielder in the second inning.
Yeah, he had a very good at bat.
Yeah, I think it was about a 10-pitch at bat. Seemed like he was up there forever. Ball one. Ball two. No action in the Hornet bullpen so far. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike on third baseman Chris Martz. That one's going foul. Will there be a play on it? Nice play there by the first baseman Darnell. He kind of turned and...
Yeah, that's a tough ball to catch right there.
It was. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth.
Batter Slade Hodges.
He walked in the second inning, was stranded. Ooh, big swing and a miss. I think he was looking for a fastball. He got the fastball, but he just could not catch up to it. The 0-1. That one's drilled into right center field. Nobody's going to get to that one.
Hodges can fly now.
He
can
probably
fly.
He's going. He's around second. And he'll be in there standing up. A triple for Slade Hodges. Perry, when that ball left the bat, you knew that was going to either get to the wall or get very, very close. He got all of that pitch.
And he also knew that it was going to be in that gap, and he turned on the afterburner and
away
got
he went.
Triple.
Yeah. Ryan Roos hit a sacrifice fly in the second. He's got a runner 90 feet away from the second run of the night for the Millers. Strike one. First hit of the game for the Millers.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss. He's in the hole 0-2.
Good off-speed pitch right there.
Miller scored the only run in the second inning without a hit. That's a little high. 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Roos. Swing and a miss.
Well, outside of that hit, Barnes pitched another great inning.
He certainly did. In the fourth for the Millers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the bases. We're through 4. Score remains Rossville 3, Noblesville 1. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to the Dunk. 3-1 in favor of the Rossville Hornets over the Noblesville Millers here.
Bryce Riggs back out here on the mound for his second inning. He gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. Pretty well pitched a very good first inning there, Brad.
Yes, he
did. Both
did.
pitchers are throwing well right now. Let's see what can happen here at the top of the 5th inning.
So Riggs has thrown 9 pitches. Be the top of the order coming up for the Hornets. Ashton Abbott, Nolan Britt, and Evan McDonald here in the top of the 5th.
It'd be interesting to see how far the Hornets take Barnes on the mound here.
Yeah, there's no action in the bullpen yet.
No.
One and one.
The one thing about it is, though, Brad, in single A baseball, his next pitcher may be in the field.
That could be too, yeah. No doubt about it.
And he has no reason to take Barnes out right now.
No, Barnes has pitched a good game. There's a hot shot. Shortstop has got it. Got to get quick there. Got the out. Boy, Reynolds had to rocket that ball over to first to get that out, but he did.
He does have a good arm.
One down here in the top of the 5th. Nolan Britt.
Britt, a good hitter here.
Who's walked twice. Scored the second run for the Hornets in the first inning. High for ball 1. Yeah, the other factor for both of these teams also, you don't know, I didn't really look to see what Rossville had as far as the rest of their schedule this week. I mean, they could have another game tomorrow or Wednesday, and strategically, of course, with this being a non-conference game, you play it a little different. They do have somebody in the bullpen now, Perry.
And neither of us can see well enough to see who it is. Good hustle there as Riggs throws to Riggs. Always like doing that.
Yeah.
What number?
Number 10.
That's Kelly. And he is in the lineup.
Yeah, A.J. Kelly, who's in right field right now, is loosening in the Hornets bullpen. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Evan McDonald, the batter. The 1-1, high, 2-1. So Riggs got a couple outs very quickly here in the top of the 5th. Bouncer to short. Reynolds has got it. Fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down. 2 putouts for Reynolds in the 5th. In the 5th for the Hornets. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on the bases. Middle of the 5th, score remains Rossville Hornets 3, Noblesville Millers 1. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
It's a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
We're back here at the dunk, and Eli Barnes is back on the mound here. He's thrown 80 pitches so far. No real reason to take him out. I mean, he's done a great job at on the mound here today. Number 10, Kelly, who was warming up in the bullpen, is going to back out to right field. So no changes in the Rossville lineup.
Perry, we got some games coming up this weekend. Coming up Friday, it'll be the conference game for the Millers as the Franklin Central Flashes come to town. Then Saturday, it'll be Eastern High School. Saturday's game is at 1. The game Friday is a 6:30 start. Hope you can join us here on Hamilton County Television. Thank you for joining us tonight as we have the Millers and the Hornets. Hot shot to short. Wayne Scott's got it. Guns it over to first.
Good job by Wayne Scott there.
1 pitch, and Ethan Clark is retired.
This brings up Reynolds, the shortstop.
Out to the plate, the Millers, the shortstop, Ian Reynolds.
Aiden Reynolds at the plate. Takes first pitch for ball 1. Reynolds officially 0 for 1. He did walk in the first inning and stole a base. Flew out to the shortstop Wayne Scott in the second inning. One pitch. Hits that lower outside corner. Reynolds in the hole at 1-2. One, 2 popped up. That's going to be out of play. One-two pitch to Reynolds. That one is low, evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Lander on deck. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Miller's down by 2 at 3-1. Hornets got all 3 of their runs in the first inning. Miller's got a single run in the second. The 2-2. There's a hot shot. That's a hit. Second hit of the game for the Millers.
There's a bad throw in that got away from the shortstop, and Reynolds was paying attention over there and stole second base. So it was a single with
an error.
Yes.
So Reynolds gets credit for a single.
I don't know whether they'll do it.
Error on the throw. Zach Lander at the plate.
Yeah, on an error on the throw.
Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. First error of the game for the Hornets. That one's outside again. 2-0. Right fielder A.J. Kelly was in the bullpen between innings, loosening up, so he's probably about ready to go if needed. 3-0. Christian Penaloza on deck. The 3-0, strike one. The 3-1 pitch ready for Glander. Well hit. That stays fair. That could be extra bases, but that's going to go foul.
So now it's 3-2 here. Where you had a 3-0 count, now it's even back up at 3-2. See what Mr. Glander goes here.
Reynolds getting a pretty decent lead at second, but not as big as you would think. Ball four.
Christian Penaloza, the batter.
We'll just have to, we'll have to see how patient the Rossville coaching staff is going to be now with Barnes. 1 down, 2 on for the Millers.
Because he is up to 93 pitches.
Penaloza struck out and popped out to second. That one's outside.
Penaloza's got good power, man. One bad pitch.
2-0. Brooks Riggs.
He could help himself out, Brad.
Yes, he could. Oh, that one hit him. Oh, wow.
Bases loaded, 1-7. Let's go, buddy.
Boy, that got him right up there.
Right in his shoulder
Yeah,
collarbone.
you heard it go off the helmet, too.
Yeah. So bases loaded here. Here he comes.
And I'm saying I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see a pitching change here now.
Brad Scott,
96 pitches.
Coming to the mound here.
Let's see what they're going to do here. Through that 96 pitch appearance so far, Eli Barnes.
Yeah, he's taking him out.
He's done a good job, and it looks like
Barnes pitched a great game here. Barnes at 4.1 innings and gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 6 walks, but 5 strikeouts. So
we're going to have
Kelly's coming in the game to pitch. Kelly's only pitched 1 inning so far this season according to the stats.
So Kelly comes in out of right field.
He's had 1 appearance, and he's thrown 1 inning and 1 base on ball and 3 strikeouts. He's faced 3 batters.
So it looks like Barnes is going to stay in the game. I believe he'll be going to second base. Looked like Andrew Wolin is going to move to the outfield. We'll see when they get into their final positions. A couple reminders here of some other items coming up here on Hamilton County Television Sports. Friday, it'll be the Franklin Central Flashes coming here to Dunker Field. That'll be a 6:30 start on Friday the 24th. Then Saturday, Eastern High School comes down for a visit, a 1 o'clock game. Then a week from today, it'll be another county matchup when the Carmel Greyhounds come to town. So Eli Barnes will stay in the game. He is going to second. Andrew Wollen is moving to right field. And at the plate for the Millers is Brooks Riggs. Millers have the bases loaded with 1 out. They're down by 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. A.J. Kelly, the new pitcher for Rossville. Oh and 2 on Brooks Riggs. Riggs now the pitcher for the Millers. That's a little bit low. 1 and 2. No place for Kelly to put him. Millers with the bases loaded. 1 and 2. Popped up. Second baseman Barnes is going out for it. Tags up. And 2 runners advance. So Riggs will officially get a sacrifice fly to the right fielder. And on the play, Aiden Reynolds tags up and scores. Zach Glander tags up and moves to third. Jackson Graff will be the pitcher, or the the hitter.
He's hitting for Dixon.
Yes. So there are 2 outs. Millers do get a run.
Graff has been at the plate 10 times and has 1 hit. Score 3-2 now.
The Penaloza basically takes second, unchallenged on the stolen base, as Jackson Graff takes the first pitch for ball 1. Ball 2. Graff, a junior. Strike called.
Got that outside corner.
That one's high. 3-1 on Jackson Graff. Glander on third. Penaloza on second. Graff at the plate.
3-2.
Works it to a full count. Popped up. That's going to go out of the park foul. Two down, full count pitch.
Ball outside.
So Jackson Graff draws the walk, and the bases are loaded. I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
Quimby's coming to the plate.
Ryan Quimby will bat for Chris Martz.
He's batting .250. He's been at the plate 4 times and has got 1 hit.
Quimby is also a catcher, so we'll have to see.
He'll bring.
Martz will probably go back in.
Graff is Luke Stevenson is going. Number 12 is going to run for Graff.
So Luke Stevenson now on first base.
I can tell you right now, he's got speed to burn.
So the Millers have the bases loaded with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. They've already got 1 run in. Tying run is at 3rd, go ahead run at 2nd. A.J. Kelly on the mound now for the Hornets.
They just opened their new middle school field at Monon Trail Elementary. Pretty nice.
First pitch from Kelly to Luke. Rather to
Quimby.
Luke Stevenson is a pinch runner at first. One and one. The 1-1 to Quimby. Popped up. Will it stay in play, or will anybody get to it? No, it falls. Big break for the Millers there, Perry. Count is 1-2 on Ryan Quimby. One-two pitch to Quimby, swing and a miss.
Kelly got himself out of the inning there with bases loaded.
So in the bottom of the 5th for the Millers, there's 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left on the bases. At the end of 5, it's now Rossville 3, Millers 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
We're back here at the dunk, top of the 6th inning. Bryce Frigg back on the mound here for inning number 3. Bryce has thrown 19 pitches, 13 for strikes. He's faced 7 batters.
Millers managed to get one of those runs back.
Wayne Scott is the batter, the shortstop.
He's 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch is a ball. Popped up. Is anybody going to get to it?
What a catch.
Wow.
That was quite a catch by Hodges out
Yeah.
there.
He
Wasn't pretty, but it was a catch.
Well, he slowed down, and I thought he might have lost it in the lights there, but he did manage to make the open-handed catch. So there's one down here in the top of the sixth. This is Andrew Woolen. Woolen is now in right field.
Pitch is a strike.
Evens it up at 1-1. One on the way. Little high, 2-1. Ground ball to short. Scooped up by Reynolds over to first. Nice stretch there at first by Blake Riggs to get the second out. Two down here in the top of the sixth.
Good thing Reynolds has that cannon in him.
Oh, boy. He's made a lot of plays that a lot of other shortstops would not have been able to make. Levi Darnell, the first baseman, steps up. Low and outside for ball one. One and one now on Darnell. We're in the sixth. It's a one-run game. Hornets got all three of their runs in the first inning. Ooh. That one went behind him. A lot of noise in the dugouts tonight. 2-1. 3-1. From Brooks Riggs. It's outside. So the Hornets get a two-out walk. That's going to bring up A.J. Kelly, who was in right field, is now pitching for the Hornets. Kelly's got a base hit and a strikeout so far in the game. Riggs hits the lower outside corner for called strike one. That was a nice pitch, starting him off there.
Who's warming up down there? That was it.
0-1 pitch on the way, popped up in foul territory. Garrett Dixon going for it. It got away from him.
Oh, and 2 on the batter. Keeps Kelly alive.
Quinn Hendrick is warming up for the Millers.
Ball 1-2 here.
A.J. Kelly at the plate. 1-2 count. Levi Darnell on first. 2 down. Big pitch here. That one's fouled off to the right. Count remains 1-2. I like the way Brooks Riggs just goes out. He just fires that ball.
Yeah, he does.
Ooh.
Well.
Two balls, two strikes.
Pitcher against pitcher here, Brad.
Levi Darnell on first. A.J. Kelly at the plate. 2 down. The 2-2 over to first. Brother to brother.
Yeah.
Another 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Big strike out there by Riggs.
So in the top of the 6th for the Hornets. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on the bases. We're in the middle of the 6th. Still 3-2 in favor of the Hornets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. A little bit of tension there in that half inning, Perry.
Yeah, that got a little tight.
Interesting. It's a 1-run game. 3-2 in favor of the Hornets, with the Millers coming up here in the bottom of the 6th. Scheduled for the Millers are Slade Hodges, Ryan Roos, and Ethan Clark. A.J. Kelly in his 2nd inning of relief here for the Hornets.
Hodges has had a pretty good night tonight. He's 1 for 1. He got the first hit for the Millers, a triple.
Yep.
And then he's had a base on ball. So,
unfortunately for the Millers, that triple ended up getting wasted. He got stranded there at third base. So Slade Hodges ready to step up to the plate. Sun finally down, lights have all taken effect.
I'll tell you, in my mind, this Slade Hodges has got a heck of a career in front of him.
No doubt about it. Yep, no doubt. First pitch from Kelly is high for ball 1. Yeah, that's a strike, evens it up at 1-1. Millers would like nothing better than to put a couple runs across this board and take a lead into the top of the 7th. He went.
1-2 now on Hodges.
A.J. Kelly ready to deliver. Strike 3
Yeah,
is
he got
called.
him looking right there.
Yep, he did.
He kind of froze him there.
I don't think he was expecting him to throw a fastball there. I think he was expecting him to throw him some kind of junk, but he didn't.
Hash coming to the plate for the Millers. He's a sophomore, batting 143, 7 at bats and 1 hit. Logan Hash, the batter.
First pitch to Hash. Misses the outside corner, ball 1. There's a ground ball. Is that going to get through?
No,
Second baseman fields it.
Nice play over there.
He had to move quite a ways to
By
his
Barnes,
left, but but Barnes made a nice play on that. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. Ethan Clark comes to the plate for his 4th at bat of the night. Struck out the first, walked in the second, grounded to short in the 5th. Takes first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1, it's a little low. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 2 down. Miller's down by 1.
Tell you what, Kelly, for only throwing 1 inning so far this season, he looks pretty good out there on the mound.
He's been very effective in his relief appearance. One-two pitch on the way from Kelly. That was over everybody's head.
As we make that comment, he throws one over.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What can you say?
Yeah. Tell Brad and I are getting old, we put our gloves on. It's cold up here.
Yes, it is.
When you get old, your hands and feet get cold at
They
first.
sure do. That one's a little bit low, makes it a full count for Ethan Clark. Aiden Reynolds on deck. Miller's hoping for a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 3 is called.
Wow.
Clark thought he had a walk. So in the bottom of the 6th for the Millers, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. We are through 6. It's the Rossville Hornets 3, Noblesville Millers 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. And Perry, this has turned out to be a whale of a game.
Well, before we started tonight, we talked about rankings. What'd you say they were in?
6th.
They were 6th. I mean,
and
they're a
1A.
good ball team. They threw their top pitcher in Barnes tonight.
I don't recall getting our weather report tonight.
We kept telling them about the wind blowing. No wind.
No, I haven't heard about the temperature and the weed.
54 degrees is what the temperature is. A little bit chilly.
At the beginning of the game, weather report.
And you just now remembered in the 7th inning.
Because you guys are wearing gloves and I'm not.
That's because you didn't bring them up here.
That's right.
Second baseman Eli Barnes will step up to the plate for the Hornets at the top of the 7th. Barnes was a starting pitcher in this game. Struck out, flown out, and struck out again in the 4th.
But he's played some when he came into.
That's well hit into the.
Nice catch out there.
That kind of stopped my heart there for a moment. Ryan Roos with a nice play out there.
That's Luke Stevenson out there.
And, my mistake.
The freshman out there. Getting an education out there as a freshman in that outfield.
So this is Caden Skinner at the plate now. Big swing and a miss by Skinner.
That kind of fired up Riggs. That was a pretty good pitch right there.
Yeah. But, you know, they had Stevenson positioned perfectly to make that catch. A ball and a strike on Caden Skinner. Brooks Riggs ready to deliver. Little bit low, 2-1. Two-one on the way. Into right field. Initially, Hodges started back on that, then he stopped and he actually had to come on in to get it, but he got it. 2 down now here in the top of the 7th. Back to the top of the order for the Hornets. Ashton Abbott steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a couple ground outs.
Final score in Hamilton County, Carmel 3, Westfield 4.
Wow.
That was an 85-mile-an-hour fastball there.
Well, Carmel will be here a week from today. That one's fouled off. Evens the count at 1-1. Abbott, the center fielder for the Hornets. Looking ahead to the Miller 7th, it'll be Aiden Reynolds, Zach Glander, and Christian Penaloza coming up.
That's probably who you wanted to come up.
No doubt about that.
The meat of your order, so, you know.
Abbott calls timeout. He gets it. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2.
Breaking pitch there.
1-2. Sounded like in unison there.
Yeah, that's right. We sound like we were singing with it.
Ooh, boy, oh boy, that almost got him in the helmet.
Yeah, wow.
High inside fastball. 2-2. Brooks Riggs would like to end this half inning right here on this pitch.
Got him.
Got him. So in the top of the 7th for the Hornets, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases through the middle of the 7th. 3-2 in favor of the Hornets. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
And the secretary. You guys are
Well, we're back here at the dunk. We're in the bottom of 7th. Miller's lead are trailing 3-2 here. Kelly back on the mound for Rossville. As Rossville actually got 3 runs in the first inning, and that's been it. But
they've made it stand so far.
But the Millers have only got 2 hits.
Rossville's only got 3 hits, but there have been 3 errors in this game between the 2 teams. That, especially in that first inning, that's where the big difference came in. That led to some of the runs for
all the runs for them.
Yeah. So for the Millers, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters. Aiden Reynolds, Zach Glander, and Christian Penaloza. Millers are down by 1. Do they have the rally hats on out there in the dugout? First pitch to Reynolds is a ball 1. Millers need 1 to tie, 2 to win. I would think by this time in this game, the batters would know that umpire is calling them on the outside corner. 1-1. Another one where Kelly tried to hit that outside corner, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, it was a little bit farther out.
2-1 pitch. Aiden Reynolds at the plate. Well hit to right field, but the right fielder, Woodland, is there. He's got it. Now, a week ago today, Perry, that ball would have been a home run with the way the wind is blowing, but not today. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Zach Glander. He was the big hero last week with the grand slammer.
Yeah.
Strike 1. Hornets got all 3 of their runs in the first inning. Glander fouls that one off. He's in the hole at 0-2. Nobody throwing in the Rossville bullpen. Swing and a miss. 2 are down. It's up to Christian Penaloza. Penaloza takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Pop up, right field. And Andrew Woolen makes the play. And the Noblesville Millers have fallen to the Rossville Hornets 3-2. Perry, your thoughts on the game?
I mean, it was all in that first inning when Rossville got their 3 runs. But I want to remind everybody, we'll be here Friday night at 6:30 for conference game against Franklin Central. And then again on Saturday, 1 o'clock game against Eastern.
We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Baseball on Hamilton County Television. Brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 30 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Community Health Network. Visit HamiltonCounty.com. Hamilton County Sports Authority, Blades, Audio, Video, and Security, Sarah Cleverly of FC Tucker, Noblesville Youth Sports Alliance, Noble PC, and the Hamilton County Reporter. Also thanks to our technical crew, Jim Wofford, Bill Wofford. On behalf of Perry Williams, this is Brad Silbert. Good night from Dunker Field.